Says I'm live.
Okay. Oh, there it is. All right. So. Cool. You are good to go, Junior. So just text me when you're all done at 4, and I'll change it back to normal. But otherwise, you're just good to start talking about everything.
Sounds good. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
All right. Yeah, thanks, Junior.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
I'd like to welcome everyone on live stream. Hope everyone's doing well. Just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the Cure catheter line. This is one of the newest kits, closest kit out in the market. It's the Cure Dextra. So it's a fantastic product, and it's an upgrade to a traditional cath and bag close system. Features polished eyelids, pre-lubricated catheter tip with an integrated 1,000 milliliter collection bag. Additionally, like all Cure products, the Dextra is not made with DEHP, DINP, and BPA or natural latex. So it is latex free. So I think all users, including individuals seeking greater independence to limited dexterity, will want to give the Dextra a try. So we've received nothing but rave reviews on it. So there's unique attributes that make the Cure Dextra easy to use. So open this up here. Pretty easy to open. So here is the catheter itself. It does come with quick start guide. I'll just show this here. So it's just kind of 3 steps. Remove the cap, insert the tip into the body. And when you remove the cap, this is one of the neat things about this particular system. It does have a support band and enables controlled use without the need to grip the device with 2 hands. So you don't have to grip the catheter with 2 hands. You just kind of put your 2 fingers through it there, and it's pretty cool, pretty simple to do. And then you can remove the cap. And then you insert, and here's the quick start guide. Not a lot of manufacturers are including instructions for use or even a quick start guide. So you slide the gripper arrow back and forth. So here's another feature of the Dextra. It's got the arrow, so you just kind of slide it back and forth, and it's feeding the catheter through the bag. Of course, with all closed systems, you're not physically touching the catheter itself and exposing it to harmful bacteria. So once you get it to the desired length, and this particular catheter is 16 inches in length, it will not retract back into the bag itself. So it does have a locking mechanism. So that's pretty neat. And the last step is you tear the opening to empty. So you can tear here. Go ahead and do that. And now you're able to empty out the bag. So you can dispose of it if you're like I've said before, you're in public restroom, you're not too sure the cleanliness and how sanitary the restroom is. Even if you're traveling, airport restrooms, and so many individuals going in and out of an airport restroom. School, if you're college or having to use the catheters at school, this is a great product to have. Now, it does not include insertion supplies. That's the only thing that kind of separates it from, sets it apart. Well, not sets it apart, but it's a little different from your traditional closed system, where you have the sterile gloves, BZK wipe, lubricant packet, an underpad, all the components you need to maintain a sterile field. So here's the Dextra. We'd love to be able to get a sample out to you free of charge. Feel free to send a message if you want to start up a chat. I'd love to talk more about it. I think it's a game changer in the industry. It does compete with the Vapro Pocket Plus, the MTG Easy Gripper for those individuals that have limited hand dexterity. So it's a great product. Just to kind of talk a little bit about Cure, and one of the things is they have a commitment. It's the Cure commitment to research. Research is the key. So Cure believes that research is the key to finding a cure for spinal cord injuries and also central nervous system disorders. So Cure has made a commitment, an unsurpassed Cure commitment, to always donate 10% of net income to medical research. Cure is the only manufacturer out there doing it. So they are committed to doing it, and they have a passion for it. The owner and the founder of Cure, Bob Yank, he's a catheter user. He's in a wheelchair, uses supplies, so he understands. He gets it. So Cure is a fantastic company, manufacturer, and they care about the individuals using the products as well. So can't say enough about Cure. We have a great relationship with them. We partner with them. We also provide other manufacturers as well. We have partnerships with Coloplast, Hollister, just to name a few. So one of the things I'd like to really focus in on about Cure is, and I mentioned that when we were talking about the Dextra, not made with DEHP, DINP, or BPA, and it is latex free. Other manufacturers of intermittent catheters often use DEHP and DINP to soften the catheters. So it's very economical. It's a kind of cheap way to soften the catheters and to make the catheters flexible. So they do use those chemicals that are known to cause cancer. So for intermittent catheter users, I think that's very important to know what you are inserting into your body to make sure it's something that's safe and safe and simple to use. And Cure is a manufacturer that does not add chemicals to soften their catheters. So I think that's very important to know. The latex free, no natural, it's a natural rubber latex. It is also a chemical that can cause irritation, and it could also cause life-threatening allergic reactions. So they do not use latex on their catheters. So all of them are latex free. You have the polished eyelets as well on the catheter. So here's bring the Dextra back out. So this is the Dextra. So here are the polished eyelets, very fire polished, so very smooth for easy insertion. So you don't have an abrasive insertion causing any damage when you're inserting the catheter. So I think that's very important to know. So they've invested in time and in advanced technology and selecting high quality materials for manufacturing. So Cure understands the importance of safety, comfort, and having a peace of mind knowing when they're that they're using a phenomenal product that is going to help them during their intermittent catheterization. So I think each end user should really, if you haven't tried a cure, we would love to help you out by sending a sample. Love to talk about it. We can chat. We can get on the phone. I'd love to call you and just talk about different manufacturers or issues that you're having with intermittent catheterization. I know at times it can be a challenge. So love to talk to you. So shoot me a message or send a request in, and be more than happy to give you a call. So that's a little bit about Cure. Here's a couple of items I'd like to kind of look at. You can point this out here. So you have the twist, and I've done this on some other videos here. And I do not have. I had a writing pin here. I'm sorry, but here's a highlighter. So kind of the same dimensions and same size of a writing pen. It's very same size. It actually looks like a blue writing pen. So that kind of it's very important in terms of how compact and how discreet it is. Make sure that if an individual sees this, they're not going to think it's a catheter. So you simply just twist the cap and take the cap off. It's got a blue funnel end, and the catheter is already lubricated, so it's pre-lubricated. This catheter has polished eyelets as well, just like all Cure catheters do. So once you're done cathing, you can just stick it back in the case here, put the cap back on, and you just dispose of it, throw it in the trash. So that has been this is a very popular item. If you're using the compact Coloplast SpeediCath Compact, and you would like to try a different option if it's not working well for you, I think a lot of times Coloplast, the compact is a little messy with how much sterile water they have inside the case itself. Once you remove the catheter from the case, it can get a little messy, get sterile water on your clothes and just all over your hands. I think this is a better option. And I think it boils down to preference and what works best for you. But we also carry Coloplast as well. We can provide their catheters also. So we can send samples of Coloplast and Hollister and other manufacturers as well. So that's the Cure Twist. So if you're interested in this, it's a female catheter. It does come in all the French sizes. So we'd love to get some samples out to you if you're interested in trying it. So you also have the Cure Ultra. This is a female length. So it's basically a pre-lubricated catheter. It's pretty simple, easy to open up here. Just twist this off, and it's got a blue funnel end. Pull the catheter out. It's already pre-lubricated, polished eyelids, and just cath. And once you're done, you just kind of stick it back in the package and dispose of it, just like the twist. So great product. I think having enough lubrication on the catheter, making sure it has enough on it, that's important. And this has plenty. I think having a little extra wouldn't hurt. So when you're pulling the catheter out of the package, it's not dry at all. And with some manufacturers that are pre-lubricated or even hydrophilic for that matter, when you remove it from the package, it's lost some of the lubrication on it, or maybe the sterile water, not enough sterile water in the water sachet. So kind of moving on to, so we talked about the Dextra. This is your traditional Cure closed system. So I'll go ahead and open this up here so we can take a look at it. So this is this Dextra, the collection bag's 1,000 ml. So it's a relatively smaller bag than your traditional 1500 ml. So yeah, it's pretty big. So it all depends on what you're looking for, what your needs are. So for a lot of catheter users, they're looking for a bigger bag, or if they're you're a catheter user and you need something smaller, if you're playing sports, or you need something not as big as a 1500 ml, then this would be a perfect size for you. So here's the 1500 ml, and it's got the cap, introducer tip, and it's not as easy. It's not difficult. It's a little cumbersome, but it's not as easy feeding the catheter through the bag. And the catheter tends to retract a little bit, and I think that was the whole premise and the concept behind designing the Dextra, making sure that the catheter doesn't retract back into the collection bag. So it's a pre-lubricated, polished eyelets, easy to dispose of. You just kind of tear it there, dump the urine out, and just toss it in the garbage. Here are your sterile gloves. Everything going on now, the pandemic. I mean, gloves are pretty hard to find. So if you're using a closed system, you're going to have a pair of sterile gloves in each kit. Now, there are some closed systems that are just cath and bag, but this particular closed system has a pair of sterile gloves. They're size large, BZK wipe, helps sterilize the area. And you have your povidone iodine swab sticks. There's a pair in here. You get two, and also an underpad. So pretty good size underpad, and you can just kind of lay all your components on the pad. Make sure it's not touching a surface that has bacteria. So this is your traditional closed system, and we can sample this out to you free of charge. Have the size, the size that you need. If it's with insertion supplies or without, we can send it to you. So like I said, we've already went over the benefits and the features, the benefits of using the Cure catheter and the features that they have that makes this a fantastic choice. So that's your closed system. And I had some questions on insurance coverage. Yes, it is covered by most insurance carriers. Now, when I mean it is covered, I'm talking about the kit, even the hydrophilic or pre-lubricated, the Cure Twist. This Cure Twist does come in a kit as well. There's a K1. K1 is basically an insertion kit that has a pair of sterile gloves, BZK wipe, swab sticks, an underpad, all in a small compact kit. Very small, very discreet. So there is a kit that comes with the Cure Twist, and we can get the documentation to support the need for it under Medicare, Medicaid, private insurance. We do all the legwork for you with the insurance company, the doctor's office. So we'll obtain the prescription and all the necessary documentation, the medical records that is required by your insurance carrier, and we'll file the claim for you in free delivery, very fast delivery right to your front doorstep, very discreet. I had some questions from some customers. Do you have discreet packaging? They've had issues with other providers where they'll receive their order, it'll be dropped off at their front door, left out there on their porch, and the outside of the packages say catheters, or it'll have cure or coloplast, and that is confidential. So we are very discreet. Make sure we take pride in that. Make sure packaging is discreet. So you can have peace of mind knowing once your order does arrive, it will be in discreet boxes, discreet packaging. So that was a very good question we had over the weekend on shipping, and is it free? It is, and if we offer discreet packaging. So if you're having any issues with your current provider, orders arriving on time, discreet packaging, we're just not getting the samples that you're requesting, or if you're wanting to try something different and your provider has told you it's not covered by the insurance, that may not be entirely true. So give us a call. We'd love to talk to you, talk about it, and go over options, and help you in any way we can. So we're looking forward to hearing from you and to talking with you. It's a tough time right now, but we're all going through this together. So anything we can do to help, we're here to do it. So the owner of our company, Bert Burns, he's in a wheelchair. He's been using supplies, and he has accomplished so much within the past 25, 30 years. He's owner of Euromed, and now he's the owner of Eurostat. So he understands and how important this is. We all do. The importance of getting your catheters every month on time, and that you need your catheters. It's not a luxury item, something you can go online and purchase. This is important, and we get it. So, and we know exactly what you're looking for, what you need. And we have, our staff is ready to answer questions. We are bilingual as well. We have bilingual staff. So anyone that is Spanish speaking, we love to help you out or answer any questions that you may have. So that's a little bit on the cure catheters. Any questions or samples that you need, please send us a message, and we're here to help. So let me real quick here. We got some time here, so just kind of take a look at a hydrophilic. So it's a straight catheter. So we didn't talk about the Coude catheter, but this is just a straight catheter. It does not have a curved tip. It's a fire polished eyelets here. So here is the water sachet. So it's a water packet. And individuals that they don't have the time, or they really don't feel comfortable using a tube of lube. Once you open up that tube of lube, it's now considered, it's no longer sterile, so to speak, where you've opened up the cap. So looking for more of a sterile system where this water sachet has not been opened, hasn't been compromised. So you can just kind of press down on it. I'm not sure if you can see that here. And now the sterile water has been released, and catheter is now lubricated. So the difference between when you feel the difference between a catheter that is pre-lubricated with a lubricant or a Surgilube or a lubricating jelly versus a hydrophilic with sterile water, it's very lubricious. So if you're looking for something slick and lubricious for an easy insertion, I think the hydrophilic is a good choice. Now you can also order this. You can also receive this in a Coude. There are hydrophilic closed systems, and this has a sleeve here. So I know I've been touching it without the sleeve, but so during intermittent catheterization, this is you really want to utilize the sleeve, so you don't expose the catheter to bacteria. So, and it's got your funnel end here. So I think this is it's a great product. It's very unique. And for catheter users, they're looking for something, simple, easy to use, convenient, and I think it's not very messy compared to other manufacturers that are hydrophilic. So this is a great choice. So just kind of real quick here, we just got a few minutes here. So you have the hydrophilic line, the straight intermittent catheter line as well, which is you have your 8 French all the way to 18 French. And the French size is just the diameter, it's the width of the catheter. So you have also Coude catheters. That's an option as well. The female length, the 6-inch length. You have the straight catheters. You also have it with a female catheter without the funnel end. So there's some end users that do not like the funnel end. But for most end users, the funnel end is important, so they can kind of grab a hold of the catheter with the funnel end, and you're not physically touching the catheter itself. You also have pediatric sizes as well. The hydrophilic pediatric catheters, 8 French, 10, 12, and 14. So, and it's 10 inches in length. So that's for the pediatric catheters. Closed system, you have, like I mentioned before, you have a cath and bag. Some catheter users prefer not to have the insertion supplies. They don't feel like it's necessary. It's not needed, so they just want a cath and bag. They have those. That's an option as well. And of course, your closed system, which we went over with the insertion supplies. So you have those. Start off at 8 French all the way up to 16 French, and they also comes in a Coude tip as well. Talk a little bit about the K1, which is the insertion kit. It comes with all the components that come in the closed system. There's also a K2. So the K2 is the exact same thing as a K1. It's just, you also have a collection bag with a universal connector. So you can use that collection bag to connect to a funnel end of a catheter, of a straight catheter, to drain your bladder into a urinal. And so I think that's a really neat item to have in the kit, the collection bag. So one of the things that a Cure does also provide is extension tubing. So it's 29 inches in length. So I think that's something a lot of catheter users are looking for. Hey, do you know there's a manufacturer that has extension tubing? So yep, they do carry that, and they do make it, and we carry it, excuse me. So we can provide that to you with your catheter supplies as well. You have the Cure Pocket, which is a very popular item right now because you can just, it's pretty self-explanatory, the Cure Pocket. You stick it in your pocket, your front pocket, your back pocket. Very compact, very discreet. So it does come in 12 French all the way up to 16 French. And there's also Coude as well. And there are some catheter packages that come with it's a pocket catheter that does come with a small lubricant packet included in the package. So that's very convenient if you're on the go for catheter users. We went over the Cure Twist, 8 French, all the way up to 16 French, and it's 6 inches in length. So we have all those available that we can provide, and we can sample those out to you as well. The Cure Twist with the K1, which is the insertion kit with all the insertion supplies, we can provide that as well. 6 inches in length, 8 French all the way to 16 French. And I showed you the Ultra, so you have the 8 French all the way to 16 French in female, which is 6 inches in length, and then you also have the male 16-inch length, 8 French to 18 French, and this also comes in Coude as well. Well, thank you so much for watching, for being on live stream, and please feel free to reach out to us if there's anything we can do to help you. Samples or questions, we're here to help. Thanks. So I want to jump right into incontinence supplies. So I hope everyone's doing well out there, staying safe. So just wanted to go over a couple of the items that I have here, and we have baby diaper, and there's a pull-up. So you have, there's a difference between a diaper and a pull-up. Of course, the diaper was designed for heavy to severe incontinence and bowel movements, and the pull-up was designed for more moderate to mild incontinence. So you're going through the potty training stage, and they really don't have a need for the diaper, and you're almost there, and your kiddo's almost there. Then a pull-up is kind of the way to go. So there's been some questions that I've had over the weekend that I'd like to kind of go over, and it's just it's kind of basic troubleshooting tips. So I know when you're dealing with diapers, and I mean the thing is finding the right style and the right size. So it's hard to do at times. So absorbency issues. I think that's one of the biggest questions I get when I'm talking to customers or individuals that call our company that are looking for advice, or they're looking for an answer. Because you're trying to find the right product that works best, and make sure that it's also very absorbent. So if you're experiencing leakage or having absorbency issues, first things first, you want to make sure that you're wearing the correct style of product for your type of incontinence. So the style is key. That's so important. Make sure you're in the right style, because if you're not, then what you're using for your child or for yourself is not going to really give you the coverage that you need during the day and at night. That would be the first thing to look at. The second thing would be to check to make sure you're using the right size, which I just touched upon that a little bit. So you have the right style, the right size. So we can go over that with you. If you give us a call, we'd love to talk about sizing and samples. A lot of it is trial and error, sending samples out for you to try. And we do work with several manufacturers out there that would be able to, we can send some samples out to you so you can try those out to see which one works best for you. And when you're looking at size, we're looking at that based upon your height and your weight. So if we're talking about your child, looking at their height and weight, make sure we have them in the right style. If it's for yourself, looking at your height and weight to make sure we get you in the product that is the right size for you. So products that are too large may leak because the actual diaper or pull-up itself is sagging, for lack of a better word. So you want to, we do have a sizing chart that we can provide, that we can go over with you over the phone, and we can also mail that to you. So we do work very, very closely with the manufacturers, and we can mail a sizing chart to you, so that can kind of help you get you in the right product and the right size. So you want to make sure if it's a brief or a diaper, make sure that this is so important. And I'm talking to parents every day about it. They call in, they say, "Hey, Junior, the diaper that my son is wearing, I don't think it's working. It's time to move up. It's fitting a little too snug, and I don't think it's the right fit. And I think that's the reason why we're having issues during the day and at night." Well, what you're really looking for, and this is the advice that I give to everyone and parents that call in, you want to make sure that the diaper has a nice, tight, snug fit. You want it to be tight. Now, if it's leaving marks on their body, and it's uncomfortable, it's painful to wear, then now it's time to move up in size. So make sure it's comfortably snug to your child's body or to your body. And that's going to prevent leakage, and that's going to prevent having any issues or accidents during the day and at night. So if you are applying, excuse me, so sorry, if you are applying or using cream or ointment, this is a question that I had. Be sure not to use a lot of it. Overuse may block the reduce the absorbency of the product. So we want to make sure that we allow the product, the diaper or the pull-up, to do its job. So adding anything else to the skin, anything extra, if it's too much, if it's kind of a little overboard with the cream, then that could create issues with and reduce the absorbency of the product. So those were some of the questions that I had over the weekend in reference to absorbency issues or concerns, which is a big deal. Some other questions that I had, we'll move on to skin irritation. So as a junior, we're experiencing skin irritation. So if your skin is irritated in the upper thigh region, the product might be too big or on too loose. So if you are experiencing skin irritation in the upper thigh, product might be too big or it could be too loose. So we got to make sure it's pulled up all the way and use the height and weight chart to choose the right size. So it's going back to the chart, which we can do that. Would love to walk you through it over the phone. I do that every day, and I enjoy doing it because at the end of the day, we're helping our customers. And I feel great after we hang. I'm on a call, we hang up, and parents are happy. And hey, you really helped me out. Now we're in a product that really works well. So that's the goal. So I want to make sure that you kind of refer back to the sizing chart. And like I said, we can get a chart in your hands or you can give us a call. If your skin is blistered in the upper thigh, so the elastic might be down too low. So the elastic on the pull-up, even the brief, make sure it sits at the crease between the leg and the hip. So that's very important. Make sure it sits at the crease between the leg and the hip. Okay. So extra skin or fatty tissue should be on the outside of the elastics. Just remember that. And all this is very important. This is key. And I think as parents, I have three kids, and remember when I was changing diapers and helping out my wife. You also want to remember to change the product frequently and clean the area, clean your child or clean yourself well to avoid skin irritation. So changing frequently and making sure that your child or yourself, you're not in that product for 3-4 hours. That also causes skin breakdown. So I'm going to go to the last trouble kind of shooting question or concerns that parents or end users have had when using pull-ups or briefs. Diapers, that's kind of what we call for the kiddos, and briefs are for adults. So the odor. So if you're experiencing odor, your product may be your pull-up or your diaper. Your product may be leaking onto your clothing or bedding. So you may need a product or a different style or different size. So you definitely want to look at different options. If it's a different manufacturer, we can help you out with that, with getting some samples to you and get you in the right product. Make sure that you're cleaning your body in between changes. So if you're experiencing the odor and you're changing the diaper, make sure that the body is being you can clean the body. You can wipe it down with some soap and water, mild soap and water. I think that would work. And just making sure the the skin is staying clean. You can also wrap up the products in a plastic bag and throw them away. At times, it's as simple as that. You just kind of have them, maybe forgot to dispose of it, but you can just kind of wrap those and just throw them away, and that odor won't linger, in the house or in the room where your child or yourself is at that point in time. So those are some questions. It's troubleshooting questions. The tips, excuse me, that I'm sharing with you, and that I was able to kind of guide a lot of our customers and individuals over the weekend that they've had questions on the pull-ups and the diapers. And hopefully we were able to answer most of those questions and give some good advice. Here's I did show you the cuties, and this is a Comfies. So two different manufacturers. This is Prevail. This is Attends. They both have size 1 to 7T. This is a 7T. Excuse me. This is a 1. Apologize. And they also have they have it in pull-ups as well. So the biggest size in the pull-up is a 4T to 5T. Once you kind of graduate from 4T to 5T, now you're going to a youth pull-up. So it's a pretty big jump. So now you're going into a sleepover is comparable to a good night. You can find at your local grocery store. We've seen rave reviews. Our customers have just been raving about this product. In terms of absorbency and quality, it's a great option, great choice. So this is a small medium. So it kind of gives a poundage here, 38 to 65 pounds. The next size up is a large, extra large, and the largest size in this is an extra large. So, and then once they graduate from the extra large is up to 145 pounds. And now you're going to a youth. So now you're going into an adult youth. So this is kind of a youth pull-up, adult youth, and then you're going to an adult small, medium, large, extra large, and there's also bariatric. One of the things with some other questions that I had over the weekend in terms of the flow. So you have light flow, moderate flow, and heavy flow. So the light flow is just a few drops, and we're talking about incontinence here. You have the moderate flow is more than a few drops. So more than a few drops. Now I think you're looking for a pull-up. Okay. Light flow, I'll just kind of backtrack a little here. Light flows a few drops, so you can use pull up, which is an underwear. You pull up and down. And also you can incorporate a liner, a panty liner or poise pad. That's also a good option, a good choice for light flow, which is a few drops. Moderate flow is more than a few drops. I still think you can still use a pull-up or a liner, but if it's more on the heavy flow, if it's more on the side of a heavy flow, then you do want to use a 4-tab brief or a diaper. If it's an infant, you want a pediatric diaper. If it's a young person, a youth, you want a youth brief, youth diaper. An adult, it's a 4-tab diaper. So the heavy flow, of course, it's steady. If it's a heavy flow, it's a steady flow. Then you do want to use a 4-tab brief. Which there's so many styles out there. Prevail is a phenomenal manufacturer. They have so many different styles out there available that we can sample out to you. And it's a matter of trying the product, seeing if it works. and we can, definitely do everything we can on our end to answer any questions, and give you the direction you need. And our staff is knowledgeable and combined 50 years experience. So we've been doing this a long time, and we're happy to help. So feel free to reach out to us. So another question. Uh, a customer or an end user had, was double stacking. So that is a term used, in reference to incontinence supplies. So it's a common myth. Um, a common myth is that using multiple disposable products at the same time will offer uh, better leakage protection, that is false. So that's kind of where double stacking comes in. So we've had some customers on service with us that call in and say, "Hey, Junior, well, product we're using now is not working, so we're using two on him or her at night and during the day." So double stacking, it sounds like that would be a great idea, give you better coverage. You're actually not allowing the diaper to do its job, what it was designed to do. And pull-ups also, for that matter. So if it's either a pull-up or a diaper, you do not want to double stack. But the truth is, the products are not designed to be stacked on top of each other. Um, and they're going to cause more leakage and possible, skin breakdown and skin infection. So stacking is not the way to go. That's not the option, or the thing you should do. But like I said, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you about it. And we want to make sure that you're in the product that works best for you, that you prefer to use. We're not a company that is going to, promote one manufacturer over another for our personal reasons. This is something we're out. It's to service our customers, and it's customers. Our customers are first and foremost always. So we're looking out for your best interest. So anything we can do, love to help you out. So just to kind of end on stacking, you will have more leakage. Protection will not be there. Coverage will not be there. And you're kind of have an increased risk of infection with the skin breakdown. And it's also with the moisture buildup, so it can lead to skin irritation. Another neat thing here with Prevail is they do offer a 24/7 e-nurse, a clinical support that's available 24/7. And it's awesome because they have nurses on staff, a team that you can trust, that will help you choose the right products. We can help you. This support, clinical support team can also help you as well. Help you choose the right products and sizes, um, and to effectively manage the incontinence in the home setting, because you're at home and you're changing the products. You're the one that's going through it on a daily basis. So I think it's very, this is just an awesome kind of program that they have set up, that we utilize, and you can use it as well. So if you're a customer of ours, you can have access to this 24/7 e-nurse support, clinical support team, staff. So any questions you have, you can give us a call. And if we're not kind of, we can't get to the bottom of it, or we're having issues, well, this is kind of where we can use them as a resource and as a reference. We'll reach out to them on your behalf. If you don't have the time to do it, we know your plate is full, from the morning to night. I know we know you're busy, so anything we can do to help, you're experiencing leakage, issues with coverage, we can help you out. So, and they also have a live chat available as well. So as we're here on live stream, Prevail They also have live chat where the eNurse team is also available to connect with you online during daytime business hours. So their hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So they're available for you, and we are as well. So if you want to go online, you can just go to prevail.com at eNurse and simply click to chat with a member of their team. So, and you can also chat with us online if you go to our website, or you can simply pick up the phone and call us. My name is Junior. I'm the manager of sales and customer service. So I'm very involved, very hands-on. This is what I love to do, helping our customers, helping just individuals in general that are in need. I had multiple calls and where parents or an end user will call, speak with me, and they're not even on service with our company, and they're happy with their current provider. But I was able to help them with questions and help them with their issues, and it feels really good to be able to help out people out there that are in need. So we're happy to do it. We're really looking forward to speaking with you and to chatting with you. If you prefer to do it via email, shoot us an email, or pick up the phone, and you can pick up the phone and call us. It's another way to do it. I can love to talk to you. You can reach me on my direct line 678. That's area code 678-748-6360. This is, I'm just going to kind of wrap this up here, but it was great having the opportunity to kind of go over products on live stream and doing it live here, and answering questions, offering advice. So it's awesome to be able to provide that. That's great. If you do need samples, reach out to us, or if you say, "Hey, I'm looking for a new provider, I have insurance, or I don't have insurance, and I'm looking for a company that has competitive pricing." We also have a sister company, Courtesy Care. I'd love to be able to get you in contact with them, so they can help you out as well. It's been difficult during the pandemic. Many individuals have lost their jobs. So anything we can do to help, please give us a call. So if you don't have insurance and you're in need of product, give us a call. We'll try to find a way to help you out, because we're just here to help. So, well, thanks again. Hope everybody stays safe and healthy out there, and hope to talk to you soon. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend.